just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the California Golden Bears, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terps. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Flips it out to the back. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
The give to the tailback. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. The Golden Bears are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
A strike downfield. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Lyle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Golden Bears can really attack on this second and short. Looking to throw again. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important.
Touchdown, Cal! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Golden Bears! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds a man on the right. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Terrapins. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Got it behind the line. It's Lyle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The Golden Bears are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Golden Bears are rolling down the field. He's moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he hauls it in at the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Golden Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, it's a reverse. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This has the makings of a good drive. The seventh play brings up a third and 4. It's reverse. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, I like trick plays. I just don't love dialing up the reverse on third down, though, because if the defense doesn't bite, and they're already expecting pass anyway, a lot of guys have their eyes on the QB. They're just following the football in zone coverage, and they use their speed, rally to him, make a tackle, and now set up fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Dances away. He'll pull it down.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Now on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
That's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking for a crease. It's White. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the run, deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. And the Terps will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the coverage team all over it, and the punt is down inside the 40. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Pulls it in. It's Lyle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Golden Bears will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. Looking for space to the left. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. The sweet feet buy a little time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
In the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The short hands, it's Jefferson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
The offense changing the play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You've got to bring it down a little bit.
Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Trying play action. Scrambling away. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Marshall. And he's dragged down. The Golden Bears want to move quickly. They'll try to get it through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Lyle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game. And this setter down gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Got a man. It's Lewis. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Terrapins in the hurry-up. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job, because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback, because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it.
Here we go, set. Ready.
He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Pocket breaking down. Grab behind the line. It's Jefferson. Runs through the tackle. Breaks into the open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Caught over the middle. It's Lyle. Nice move. Creates some space.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Got his man on the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Let's send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Golden Bears want to pick up the tempo. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Under fire. And down he goes back at the 3.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
Here we go, here we go.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man downfield. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far. You've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. Catch inside the 25. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. He can't make the connection, it'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. Moving away from pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down, partner. He's a yard short. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous. He's into the open down the middle. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
And that is a play the big fella is never going to forget. Johnny on the spot. He's able to scoop up the fumble. And there was just green grass out ahead of him, and the big fella rumbling and stumbling as far as his legs would take him.
Looking to throw on first down. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. Fires into the end zone. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
And the Golden Bears will try to punch it in on first and goal. Under fire. Using his feet to buy time. Makes the catch. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Golden Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on second down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Cal. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the run, it's White. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Shotgun snap on third down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On fourth down, looking to pass. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow...
It's a mid-stride inside the 10. Dodge down Terrapins. And they take it in for 6 more points. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Maryland, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Here's the Heat. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Golden Bears moving quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so faster after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Gets rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The Golden Bears will punt this one away.
Punt formation to kick it away.
Kick is in the air. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Maryland! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
this time around. Flushed out of the pocket. Look out, he's got room. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Might be changing the route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the 1st down. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the pressure. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Jefferson. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to fire deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that front. Trying to get the edge on the right. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
On the play,
keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Maryland.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it back to the 24-yard line, and this defense loves to feast on takeaways.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good. And then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Maryland! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Got him downfield. Gashing the knee on the right. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got him 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off-play action on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. It's caught. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on... of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Scanning the field. It's Washington. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throwing on the run. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Cal!
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he was flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Sprinting all the way, he'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly that time.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Rushes on him. He's got it on the move. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Back to throw, it's Washington. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going for a big play downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Looking to take a shot. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get us.
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
On 4th down, going to the air. Complete to the left. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. Wants to keep it in the air. Using his legs to buy some time. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Unloads it left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Grabbed in the middle. It's Garrett. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UTSA is going to walk off the field there inside the Alamo Dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. And the Terrapins will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
On target over the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understanding late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to buy time. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
What a massive play by the defense, knocking it out. That's a country fumble. There's nobody around it, so you scoop that puppy up and you get downfield. It's a huge return and a momentum-changing play.
To the air, it's Washington. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Going to take a shot at this DB. Hits him in stride of the 10. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Golden Bears want to move quickly. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their first win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And he's going to try to return this one. And he pumps it up inside the 20.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Starting to feel a little pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Fires left. Got his man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Back to throw, it's Washington. He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.